Okay, so this recording is going to be part of the low code assignment part 2 from Tanya Jean, class CMP 255. PyCaret is a tool that's used to speed up the experimental cycle in analyzing data. Uses a low code library and is basically used to replace hundreds of lines of code. It implements, automates machine learning, and we're basically looking to predict the categorical class of large data, assist with grouping elements and things like that. So the first thing that we're looking at is going to be the multi-class classification. In this installation, or this implementation rather, we had to first, you can see the output here. We had to install PyCaret, and I did the full instead of doing the customization because I just wasn't sure in terms of all the libraries that would be needed. Excuse me. So I didn't bother with the packages, selecting and things like that. And once I finished that, I just wanted to make sure that the version that I was running was 3.3.2. Just want to make sure it was compatible because I ran into some other errors before where the PyCaret version was not compatible. Here I'm taking a sample data set on this example here to get data, and the data set is from questions, and so it just basically, that output gives the first part of it, and this basically imports the classification for the initial setup. So in this case the target was next question, and this imports the classification, so you can see the descriptions in one column, and then the value of each key value in those classifications. Let's see. Honestly, some of the stuff that I was running, I'm still trying to unpack and kind of get used to what everything is going on. But from here, imported the classification experiment and naming it EXP. That way we could use it later on down here in the initial setup to implement the classification, and the target being next question. And then we did a comparison of models, so comparing and identifying which one was the best. So it gives a list of all of the models, logistic regression, ridge classifier, and all that kind of stuff, as well as its accuracy and different metrics as it relates to that. Comparing models using a different method here. And here, logistic regression 6705, and it was actually the same logistic regression when it compared the best one here. So scrolling on down, we get into some plots with for logistic regression, and that was one of the ones that it requested inside of the tutorial. So this basically plots the true classes and the regression confusion, the predicted class rather. I'm sorry, this is the prediction. And then going in more, plot model as it relates to the feature. So you can see the difference between category 1, 2, and 3. So the last few items were actually the grouping of the information, the false positive rate versus the true positive rate for each model. Well, not each model, but the micro average, the classifications for each one. Just going down some more. The evaluation model, basically the different from the raw data to the label encoders, basically the model at which it evaluates the data. Simple impetus, and then logistic regression.